Hello and welcome back. My name is Vlad, I'm a UX/UI designer and mentor within the community, and this is Creative Instruct. Glad to have you on the channel. If you're new, feel free to subscribe and follow along. Today's topic is quite a big one. As you can see, UX research. I'm gonna try to keep it fairly simple. We're gonna talk about what research is, UX research then to get more specific, and how to classify research. And that's the key element which I would like you to take out of this short presentation, because if you understand how to look at research from different angles and from different dimensions, you'll be able to easily pick the methods and techniques you need when you conduct your research. Research is the process of steps that deal with collecting and analyzing information in order to increase our understanding regarding a topic or issue. That's the general definition, a definition which probably many people can easily relate to. I think you might remember we discussed about what a process is in a previous episode. It includes a couple of steps and has a clear objective. Yeah, aims to increase the level of knowledge regarding a specific problem. If we try to define the UX research, we're gonna see that it's a creative process that has a couple of steps which include collecting, analyzing and presenting data on how people use or interact with a system or an application in order to help the design team take better decisions. So the UX research is part of the product design and development life cycle. And with that being said, hopefully everything clear up till now, let's look at how we can break down the research and classify it. Okay, back to the drawing board. First things first, let's get one thing out of the way. The way you're going to classify the research is by number one, domain or field area of expertise. Here you need to think that research can be military research, medical research, technological research, scientific research, marketing research, the list goes on. When we look at UX research, the first dimension, we can identify research by its source. Here we have either primary research or secondary research. What do those mean? Primary research is research that you together with the team need to carry out firsthand. Yeah, this kind of research hasn't been performed before, so you need to go there and get the data that you need. Secondary research, on the other hand, is research that maybe a different department or a different organization or institution already carried out, so you can leverage that data and incorporate it in your project. Let's move to the second dimension, which is objective. Classifying research by its objective, you'll end up having to deal either with generative research or evaluative research. Generative research, also called discovery research or exploratory research, you carry out to bring in more data to expand on the problem space that you pursue. By gathering new data points, you're generating fresh insights. Evaluative, the name is quite clear, is there to evaluate or to measure an existing system, prototype or application. So the objective will be totally different. Moving to the third point, well, is the data. It's hard to believe that you can have any kind of research with no data, and here data is classified in two types. You either deal with quantitative data or qualitative data, sometimes with both. Quantitative data makes sense to express it as numbers, usually a number with a unit of measurement next to it. Think about the metric system, imperial system. To give you some examples, let's say the number of users that visit your website, the time spent on page, the number of downloads or installs, the number of refunds. On the other hand, qualitative data is data that is better expressed through words, attributes and characteristics of the subjects that we observe. Let's think of you walking down the street and noticing in a parking lot several cars, and you might say, well, a couple of them are yellow, many of them are white, and very few are black. What you just did is you used the color attribute to describe cars that you see. Moving to the fourth dimension, Well, it's the users or the people. And this one again branches into two types of research: behavioral research and attitudinal research. Behavioral research is research interested with what they do, how do they act in a specific situation or in a given scenario, while attitudinal research is more about what do they think, what do they feel, what opinions and beliefs do they have. Usually the attitude will determine the behavior of the individuals. Attitudinal research will tell you why some things happen, while behavioral research, what happened. Moving to the fifth dimension, and that's the place or the location. And in this case, you can have either research carried on site or remote. On site refers that you need to be in a specific location, maybe in a laboratory, on a client's office premises, or where they conduct their activities, maybe at your office, and invite the customers to come in. Remote, it's quite easy to understand for everybody. Many things nowadays happen remote, can be over the telephone, video conference calls, or by sharing access with your user base to your systems and monitoring, recording what they do. Great, everyone. We got to the end of our episode today. That's all. And let's see each other in our next episode, where we're gonna talk about the most common UX methods and techniques, and we'll see where exactly they fit in the classification we just saw today. Feel free to leave your comments, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.